Fool it, cool it, 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 fool it, cool it. In the dojo, chiefin' in the club with your groupie. Baby, gon' hit your knees.
Yo, it's DDX. Of course, Team Future's one and only. And I got a little podcast for you guys. It's Team Future, of course. Trying to do this every now and then. And this episode, I had to kick things off right. I got my man's Peso Pete. We talk about it all. So let's get on with the show. It's Dax, and I got Ignorance Incarnate here with me.
Yeah.
That was the sound of the titular Peso Pete.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're just bumming here on Discord. Tip three.
Don't start with that. Don't start with that.
Tip three.
I mean, I guess it's what the people want to hear, but don't start with that. God, expose me like that. Why don't you?
So you were telling me a little bit about this Canvas thing. I'm over here thinking, yo, does he have a project in between? Is he starting a new collective as he does every 3 weeks, or is it like I don't know, like what is it he's doing? Is there some song? And turns out it's a meme. Tell me about that.
Everybody, I never really thought that this would be the word or the phrase in my music that kind of takes me off.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, it is. As you should know, because it shows how relevant that song is. That's the that's one of the number one songs on iTunes out of Trap Catch, and it starred. Right.
Of course, you're referring to. That's great.
I don't understand it.
I don't understand it. Yeah. The fifth installment in the I lack knowledge about the current subject matter lie that you have.
Yeah, it's your fave.
Yeah, it is. It is my favorite off that project. So you were saying.
But yeah, fucking.
I
started my verse. What happened?
Yeah, the line in your verse.
Yeah, I just started Canvas. Smear got a lot of paint on that canvas. And do damage. They put a lot of bitch on my bed and I'm robbing your granny. Kind of just started with Canvas, and that was the first instance that all of Shofu's fans heard me scream,
right,
or be loud,
right?
Because like a lot of listeners to Trap Catch them are like people who have never heard of my shit before, so it's like that was probably my best performance on that, and it's kind of crazy, man, because like I never would have really thought that because like I really felt, because I'm on Trap Catch 4 times,
right? I
felt like Kami Clouds, the bonus track I was on, would do a lot better.
Okay, that's interesting.
But I don't understand. It became the star of the show, and everybody just started hitting my DMs with Canvas in all caps, and there's a Canvas emote in Shofu's Twitch server now.
That's the funniest thing. Yeah,
and people would donate on stream to Shofu just to hear me scream Canvas.
Right.
Like, it's come a long way, and I don't regret it, because like it's really cool. Yeah. But it's like, really, man, like, am I just a Canvas gimmick now? Like, it feels like a fucking gimmick, man. I don't know what to I don't know what to say about it. And I'm
glad you're embracing it though.
Oh, of course, it's fire. Yeah, just hop in, and it also gives me an excuse to scream all the time, because like literally there's so many instances where people come into Shofu server just screaming, and they either get banned,
right,
or they get yelled at, or they get both. And if I hop in and scream Canvas, not only will people scream Canvas with me, but they'll laugh.
Yeah.
And so I basically have a free card to scream wherever I go, which is my favorite activity. I'll have you know that.
Yes. When you're not vaping 25/8, you're probably screaming into your said vape.
Oh, of course. You just gotta combine the two. Well, nah, it's crazy, and that's really what blew me up. Like I after Trap Catch 'em dropped, I literally went up like maybe 300 followers on Twitter.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I was gonna ask like what have been the consequences? What are how have you benefited? Not that you're doing this for clout, but you know.
Nah, Shofu's actually a really cool dude, man. He I met him through a Twitter interaction because he heard one of my songs and liked it.
I'm
And he
assuming
added-
it's that like red track, right?
Yeah, which is actually, even though Hop Up Off My Wave dropped first, that was actually the first shit he did was he remixed Like Red.
Right.
But fucking, he's a really cool dude, man. And like we just made music for the fuck of it. Like I didn't ask to be on Catch him 4 times, nor did I ask to be clouded up. We just worked together very well, and made shit happen. But yeah, my Twitter followers has gone up. My Twitter activity has gone up a lot. A lot of people. Oh, don't even get me started on Travis Scott. A lot of people interact with my Twitter more. It kind of gave me more of a public face. I went from getting like 10 followers on SoundCloud a day to like 50 to 100 followers on SoundCloud a day.
Okay.
Like I'm going up a lot. Like it's crazy, and like all my songs are doing great numbers. It's weird though, and like I was talking to one of my homeboys about this yesterday. Is that every time I collab with Shofu, new people are hearing it, and it's like I have to reinvent myself again. And like one of my friends asked me, they're like, "Yo, you have all these new songs out. Why is Trouble in Paradise 2 back up on your spotlight?" I'm like, well, all these new fans,
they don't know.
Hear me on Trap Catch 'em, hear me on Hop Off My Wave, hear me on all this shit, and they don't know about that shit.
Yeah.
I literally met someone today on Pokemon Showdown because his fucking tag was a lyric from one of Trap Catch 'em songs, and I was like, "It's me, Peso Pete, what's up?" And I was linking him songs that like he should know about, but he like songs that me and Shofu have done on my SoundCloud, and he hasn't even heard those. So there's like a whole demographic that I haven't touched yet. So like it's kind of cool.
That's really awesome. I was talking to Lane Louv about that yesterday. That something that's important is like expanding the demographic, and I mean I don't know exactly how wildly different it is, like the people that have been listening to you and the people that listen to Shofu, but you know, new people is always a good thing, right?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And yeah, I like that you get that chance. You know, now even a new feature you get with him, or vice versa, like, you know, that you get like a bajillion new first impressions on like what you sound like.
It's crazy. It's really cool. I don't know. And like what a lot of people don't know is that I grew up on Shofu's videos. I've been watching Shofu's YouTube channel since 6th grade. I have merchandise.
Yeah.
Like I do like I told him after we made Hop Off My Wave, I was like, "Yo, like I'm not just some nigga out here making Pokemon music. Like you're one of my inspirations. Like I've been watching your shit for like a fat amount of time." Like
yeah.
And like the other day when I got to be in one of his Pokemon Showdown YouTube videos, I immediately sent the link to one of my high school friends, and I was like, "Yo,
peep game.
We used to watch these shits in like 5th period and like laugh about it, and like here I am. Like I came full circle."
No, that's
and
cool.
obviously it's just the first step in my journey, but it's definitely a great first step.
Yeah, no, that's good that you have it in mind. But yeah, no, I'm sure that feels cool. You're on the platform that you were once looking at, you were watching on YouTube, as you said.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
But you know, I mean, that's all irrelevant. We just want to know about tip 3, right?
Oh god, listen, man.
No, I'm kidding. We'll get there when we get there.
It's on the way.
I don't care. So Melty Pete. Let's talk about that. So, how do you feel about it? Its release, how it did. Do you have a favorite song? Because obviously on Trap Catch 'em, I mean, everybody's favorite song, and you know, even mine is that I don't understand it or whatever. But now moving to the most recent project of yours, how do you feel about it? What's looking back at it? What do you think?
I feel like it was a failure.
All
in all.
Okay.
I don't know. We had such high hopes for it. It did well. Response was always positive because my fans are just a bunch of fucking idiots. I'm joking. I love all of you. But like, response was good.
Okay.
But like, I felt like it was a failure all in all. I felt like it could have been a lot bigger. I felt like I was aiming for a more mainstream sound, and I didn't get the mainstream response in which I wanted.
So you're saying
I
like
just-
maybe critically, people like no one like out here hated it, but maybe it didn't catch the attention that you wanted or do exactly the numbers you wanted or something.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to make. Me and Melty had a fun time doing that shit.
Okay.
It started off as like an idea just for to get more traction because Melty Cannon's one of my like biggest
cannons.
cosigns. He's one of my biggest cosigns besides Shofu. That nigga has stupid clout.
Yeah.
And he's also one of my homeboys. And I've been wanting to do a project with him for a while after I dropped Can't Think Straight.
Yeah.
And
Which, by the way, favorite song off the project, personally.
it's also my most played song to date.
Oh, really? What's it at?
Like 47,000, 48,000.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, that's, I think, well deserved. Probably the closest thing you have to like something that could eat, like you could slip it in right into the radio, and it's like, oh yeah, I mean, this fits. This is good.
That was kind of the whole point of Melty Pete was to give me some more radio type songs.
Okay.
Something a little bit more mainstream, something that's that can be easily marketed.
Right. No, I get. Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know. And I might be wrong, but I remember when I was looking back at like first month stats, it was like par with like, obviously not counting the 2 singles that obviously did hella plays every day and Can't Think Straight. It was, I think after it all, was still beating it with likes. Like it was slow. So, which was a different feeling because I'm used to, obviously this is me being an egotistical nightmare.
No,
it's
no,
like I'm used to my songs getting a lot more traction early on.
Yeah, and I guess
like
for people that don't know, I mean, not that it's like garbage or anything, but After It All is like probably one of your slowest moving projects, so it does mean something that this far in, even after all the not necessarily clout but success you've had with like these songs, that Melty's still kind of a little behind.
Yeah, I mean it's doing well now. I haven't like listened to it or looked at it for a while, probably because I had a lot of those songs on repeat while I was making.
No, I feel you. Same over here.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I liked how it came out. Like towards the end of it, it started off as like a publicity play, but towards the end of it, I just kind of had fun and just dropped
Actually
it.
enjoyed it, right?
Yeah. Didn't really care what it did. It did kind of well. I think No Sleep is almost at 10K. The rest of the songs are all above 4K. The 2 singles are well above 20K.
Now, refresh my memory. Was No Sleep the one you were expecting to be like another?
Yes.
Pop-off
Yes.
single. Okay.
For sure.
All right, so
That's why I put it as the first track.
Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad that at least happened. Yeah. So yeah, okay.
And like a lot of people loved it. It's actually my girlfriend, one of my girlfriend's first made.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. It just didn't do the numbers that I thought it would. Kind of disappointed, but a lot of people like it. Like everyone still sings it around around these parts because I have a lot of I have a big local following.
That's what a lot of people. Well, I don't even know if a lot of people don't know, but that's what some people definitely aren't aware of. That you have a pretty I don't know about decent local following, but you see the people that like you almost all the time IRL. Like there are people in your immediate surroundings that aren't just your girl or your family or something that actually come up to you and hey, I heard that song of yours. And
yeah, it's crazy because I'm still a legend in my high school.
Right.
People still talk about me. People try to become rappers because they know about me.
Yeah.
People still listen to my girlfriend and my friends who are still lower classmen still be yo, niggas still be bumping your shit. And the other day I went back to visit some teachers and these kids saw me in the hallway and they just stared and looked at me they knew who I was. I had no idea who they were, and I was wow. I was down where my school was and the surrounding areas, a lot of people knew me. When I used to work at the mall that was closer to my school and my old house, people would see me in the mall and they'd be oh shit, they know who I was. It's pretty cool. Got invited to a few parties and shit.
Okay, that's cool.
Not it's wasn't anything too crazy, but it was it was enough to be okay, I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah, no, and that's important. When I was in Vegas recently, right? And I talked to a couple people that I guess are part of the same community we're in. I mean, people like Shiki and of course I know Lay, and and some people off in Nakama even. And like we were talking about like of course us, especially like I guess you like as a SoundCloud rapper, right? Like we're thriving off of these internet plays or whatever. We find it like less important to necessarily be like rocking with like the locals, but it's cool that you get to have both, you know, because I mean soon who knows, you might have like a set somewhere for some party or festival or whatever, you know, and like it wouldn't be unheard of because there are people there that like you, you know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people hate me though. That's a whole different story. Like a lot of people just because like I kind of came up, I was the kid in the back of the lunchroom playing Pokemon, shirt tucked in, nerdy ass shit. And then like around 11th grade, 12th grade, I became like the most popular kid in my school because everybody wanted to be my fucking friend. Everybody wanted to hear me freestyle.
True.
You know, everybody wanted to know what the fuck was good. And like, so like a lot of people hated me because they're like, oh, like that's not the real you. That's not this and that. Like it's not that. And I'm like, yo, that's not what it's about. Like I didn't switch up on nobody.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Pokemon. We still out here watching hentai. You feel me?
Yeah. I'm still playing Pokemon. It's just I'm playing Pokemon with Shofu now. So
Yeah, it's different. I don't know. Like one of my old best friends, he came up to me one day and he's like, yeah, you really changed. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like I just discovered, if anything, I discovered who I really was. Cause like this music shit, you know, and I say it a lot. It's like, you know, without this music shit, I'd be dead, man. This shit helped me through a lot. Definitely kept me out of doing some dumb shit. Cause I definitely could be in the streets doing some stupid shit. That's for sure.
You know, I remember those times, and I mean, none of it's gonna be divulged here, but I mean, yeah, you've definitely been through it. Even not too like long ago, right? I mean, it hasn't necessarily been super like smooth sailing for you, but that's what's cool, right? Like, people at this point both like you for like this insane ignorant yelling, but like now, as you can see, people still are showing up for like even your softer like melty stuff. Cause yeah, I mean like I like to make fun of you and say like you ain't got no talent or whatever, which is like, true, but it's right. Like you're definitely talented. Like you're putting out these emotions in a way that obviously people can relate to, you know, and sometimes it's saying that, you know, your mom eats sand at the beach or whatever. But, you know, sometimes you're talking about girl troubles or just, you know, what you have in your mouth currently. What are you smoking? What are you like, you know, people relate. Like this is life.
And like a lot of people, and I get it a lot from like the community, quote unquote, because I'm past that shit.
You get what?
I feel like I get a lot of flack because I'm not lyrical. Right. I'm just like another ignorant rapper. But to me, and one of the most important things that I can do that a lot of these lyrical rappers or other rappers can't do is that no matter what I say, if I deliver it in a certain way and bring a certain vibe to a song, I'm going to make you feel a certain emotion. I could be talking about Hot Pockets, but if I croon that shit over some smooth autotune, bet your bitch ass is going to be crying, thinking about your ex and maybe Hot Pockets.
Yeah, no. That's talent as much as it hurts them to hear it, right?
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people who were there since I started making music think that like I fell into a box or I did this and did that. Like I'll still drop a 16 on your bitch ass. Wow,
right. I mean that's
auto-tune.
That's what's crazy, right? Like you, like all right, like I'm obviously not like the pinnacle of like lyricism or anything, but like you probably have that over plenty people, including myself, because you were freestyling like on the daily. And that's something that even most of these lyrical spiritual rappers can't do right now. So.
I mean, and like a lot of my songs are freestyle. I don't know, it's just practice. Like some nights I'll make like I have like I want to say like not to like exaggerate, and I'm really not. I probably have like 30 songs that will never come out.
Yeah, because you're just freestyling.
And, like I just make them like when I'm bored at night just to like keep, you know, it's almost like working out, you know, you constantly want to work out to build your muscle mass. So like, you know, I'm constantly freestyling, constantly making music, you know, just so I can stay as sharp as possible.
So I was on this point about like, You know, like before you had gone through some stuff, and also you said like, you know, you were super nerdy back then. You know, some of that's still intact, but at what point, because I have a guess, but at what point in like, I guess your career, if you want to say, like, would you say this started like changing? Because like, I still remember you like necessarily, you know, we at the beginning, like definitely not being noticed, but you know, out here trying on like your Instagram and Facebook and putting stuff up, and like for God's sake, you had a song with like Stable, like organically, you know, like it was just like what it was. It wasn't for cloud, it wasn't for his cloud. It was just, yeah, this is regular for me, Peso P. Like, when would you say that started changing?
Ryuko Matoi.
Huh. Okay.
That was my first real like trap song. First real song that I'd actually like put thought into structure for. Like I was like, okay, hook, bridge,
Right.
verse. Felt like a lot more professional. Obviously one of my more turnt songs of that time period.
Right.
But I think that was like the beginning. Maybe it was like Rising Action, and then like the climax would probably be around Trouble in Paradise 1.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as my guess. That I think the first tip really
Pause.
cemented it. Yeah, a lot went down with that first one. There's songs on there that are still like looking competitive numbers wise.
Bang.
Yeah, I mean, like, and that's a song that the other day I was like, oh right, I have this in my likes. Like, let me listen to it again, and like, it still strikes me the same way. Like at this point, like, if like the community manages to get several people that, you know, get clouded up, this is definitely gonna be like a community classic, you know?
Yeah, it's greatest hits.
For
I
sure.
like the idea of making songs and like them being like timeless. Like Miami Vice is definitely another one of those.
Yeah, one of, I think, my favorite off of, I guess, tip 2.
I hate that song. I've heard that shit way
Really?
too many times.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, just because of that, I guess, or is there something you don't like about it actually?
Going back to it, yeah, it's like it's just fully. It's like the fully freestyled.
Okay.
It's just loud. I lose flow so at some points because my voice is just dying.
I think
I
you
don't know,
definitely
it's-
start like losing the freestyle. I think the second verse or something. Like there's something.
Most definitely. But by
Yeah.
that point, no one gives a shit. You're already hype.
Yeah.
I was kind of upset that was the song that Killing Spree decided to first repost and first interact with me. Definitely rapped on his beats before. Fuck that nigga. But no, I'm joking. I love it. I love that nigga. It's kind of weirdo, but
I mean,
we'll see.
okay, huh? What song did you expect him to repost first? From something from that
Yeah.
project, or?
And I mean, any of the songs that I rapped on his beats, I don't know. It was just strange to me that like he wouldn't peep the songs that I rapped on his beats with. But I guess Miami Vice just, you know, and Miami Vice was crazy. Even like Anonymous saw that.
Oh, right.
You know, a lot of people really like that song, and then I followed it up in what I can think is going to be is as of right now the most craziest back-to-back moment of my entire career is when I went Miami Vice and then On Ice.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You know, I haven't even put that together. Yeah, you went from like that almost would have seemed premeditated, like. Huh?
I'm not
Yeah,
smart
like
enough to do that.
yeah, I know. Like, and not that it's a smart thing, but like, you definitely move, you know, very like you just do what's on your heart, I guess, right? But
Yeah,
but
put it nicely.
yeah, ignorantly,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy because that song popped off too. I mean, I'm sure are you proud of tip 1 and 2?
Tip 3 is gonna be crazy.
You think
It's crazy.
You think
It's
it doesn't
crazy
even
already.
compare? Like it's already on its own league.
The way I'm working on it, yeah, I've already scrapped like 4 songs.
All right,
I'm having Louis go overtime.
are
'cause,
are
like,
you
I
a
go
scrapper?
back.
Do you scrap a lot of songs?
No, I don't. I
Okay.
usually don't give a fuck, and I just post everything. Half
That's
of tip two had parts in it where it was like, shit, I need to redo that, and I just don't. I just don't give a fuck. I just posted it. But like, tip 2 is full of a lot of classics. We got Legend, On Ice, Miami Vice. Like a lot of those songs really like resonated very well with my fans, and they're still classics to this day in like a lot of people's hearts.
Yeah.
And I feel like it definitely did better than tip 1, which is what I was trying to do.
Right.
And
No,
like,
that's a given. Yeah.
so like I'm moving very, very carefully with tip 3. Louis will send me a beat pack, and I'll be very selective. You know, usually I just rap it whenever he sends me, but like I'm being very selective this time around.
Okay.
I don't force songs. I like back in the day, like if I couldn't write something to it, I just freestyle to it, bullshit it, and put it out. But like, you know, I'm not forcing songs. If I don't feel the beat at the moment, I'll let it sit for a while. You know,
That's wise. Yeah. No.
it's different. I don't know.
What do you think has put you in this position? Because, I mean, is it just like cloud alone, or is it like, I guess, being around like Shofu now, like the pressure's different?
Well, one of the people, and I know a lot of niggas who hear this shit are gonna love him because I know everybody loves this nigga.
All right.
But one of the people that really opened my eyes is Matt Houston. You know, everybody's favorite.
Shout out. Yeah.
That's my nigga Matt Houston, Limitless Gang. I am part of Limitless, by the way. Limitless Gang. Me
So,
and this bitch.
That was gonna be a question for later, but is that just like official? I don't remember seeing anything about that.
Yeah. He fucking texted my phone. He's like, "Yo, Limitless," and I'm like, "Let's go."
Okay.
Matt he's harsh. He's kind of an asshole sometimes,
Right.
but he has a certain take on music and a certain take on the writing process
Right.
that I think it was very important for me to hear, because I kind of was getting too lost in the sauce with my freestyle shit.
Yeah.
And Matt kind of reinvigorated my pen. So like, you know, I had a few woke ass talks with him and a few woke ass talks with Shofu too. And, you know, I realized that I'm in a different league now. It's on some different shit, you know? And
Right.
like, yeah, my fans will eat up what I post. Yeah, people like the ignorant shit, but like I could be making better shit. I could be making better things. I could be doing ignorant shit better if I write shit and plan shit.
Yeah. No, that's true.
And you know, yeah, I'm just like like whether I like it or not, I have to be on a different wavelength, because like I can't stop moving with my clout. Like as I get more noticed, I have to keep leveling up. I can't stay on the same floor. You know
Yeah, you
what
can't
I'm saying?
sit pretty. I know.
So that requires some reinvention. So I think
Interesting.
tip 3 might be a little different from tip 2.
But for better.
But definitely for better. I've been playing some snippets here and there.
Right.
Niggas really fucking with that. Practicing different flows, practicing writing full verses again. Trying out new things, you know. I got the auto-tune down pat. I got the screaming down pat.
Right.
Trying to find like a good middle ground and combining the both of them to make a really like dynamic song. It's almost like some sort of theoretical science, you know. Like I'm just trying to find.
Okay.
It gets deep, man. Trying to find like, okay, if I scream this part of the hook and emphasize that, and then for the bridge, I just ditch all ignorant shit and croon some woke shit, but then I come back for the verse and just write, and then just come in with heavy bars. You know, it's finding out what aspect. It's like, you know, I'm building a Frankenstein here. I'm trying to figure out which parts of each song.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Can make this masterpiece, and not some lumbering monster that just goes.
No, that's funny. Yeah, because I guess on my side of the things, like, I definitely have this thing always in my head of like if I'm rapping a verse, I rarely like to maybe like keep the same flow for all 16 bars. So it is interesting to see that you're also like experimenting like with switching it up here and even finding a third strong suit. And I think it's also cool that you know, Houston's getting you to do that, I guess. 'Cause yeah, I mean, even the people in the community that necessarily aren't like hating on you have told you like, you know, your stuff's good, but maybe don't freestyle everything. So
Y'all need to shut the fuck up. I got more clout than all you.
well, case
This
closed.
is me being ignorant. Nah, I actually wanted to take a second to shout out some of the people in that community that I still really appreciate, because like I really wouldn't have got to my spot without a few of you.
Right.
And that's Jaquel, you know, everybody in my circle. You know, it's like Beaster, X, Louis, Odwin,
Right.
Yourself, Astro, but like, you know, really important shouts out to like Jarrell, Ashita, A Genius. He's heard me since I've had. Oh, you gotta ask him about that shit. I remember one of the first songs I ever made was an open collab he did, and I recorded that shit on my laptop microphone.
No
oh my
way.
god. Yeah, and like it's funny now because if you go back to that and like I ask him about it, and I'm like, look at me now. Bitch. It's crazy, man. So definitely shout out to him. He needs to drop that song that we made already. I'm watching you, nigga. Fucking
Believe me, I'm on his ass because like I made the cover art for like whatever project that's supposed to be on, and it's like, all right, when am I gonna see it? And
yeah, I haven't even heard the finished song. I haven't even heard it.
Well,
and
that's good because it keeps you, steady.
I guess. I mean, and speaking of A Genius, Diggs,
right?
He's everybody's grandpa. That nigga's live. Man God,
Yes, yeah.
This manga's. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's someone else on the tip of my tongue. Real Venom, very important. Very important. I started.
Dude, yeah, you actually had like a lot of interactions with him at the beginning.
And then, speaking of where I started, shout out Kawaii Gang.
Yeah, okay, wait. So actually, I was reminiscing about that. So like, Real Venom, y'all had the Black Opal thing going on for a bit?
we were in a collab group for a while, but sadly, that's just not the type of music that I wanted to make. No.
Right.
Like,
to each their own, and it's both of y'all rights to, as artists, you must do what the music you want to do. But also Kawaii Gang, right? I mean, like I forgot that you were shouting out KG on stuff like a while ago. Like, so I'm assuming shout out to Timmy, right?
Timmy O, Tony Choppa,
right.
G Macon, Kels again,
right.
Fucking bitch ass nigga. But Tony Choppa and Timmy O are two of the people in just like in A Genius's shoes. I recorded one of my first songs for them for one of Tony's open collabs on my niece's Samsung tablet microphone.
God.
And whenever I FaceTime Tony, because me and him are actually pretty close.
Okay.
That's one of the things we always reminisce about. It's like, damn, bro, I came from like 50 followers, dropping off a Samsung tablet microphone on some stupid shit to like now, like here I am. Like it's, I'll never forget the days where I'd go into my stepsister's closet with the tablet and like I downloaded some bootleg recording app, or like I'd use the Samsung voice memo app and then email the voice memo to her computer and then use Audacity to mix that shit.
Oh wow.
Dude, shit was a struggle back then, bro.
Yeah, no, but that's how you really wanted this, I guess, even if it was effing around, like.
Yeah. But and then speaking of beginnings, I just want to touch on this. I don't really want to talk about it too much because you can't give free clout to the unworthy.
Okay.
But also want to give a empty shout out to Rex.
Yeah, more of like just a mention, not even.
Yeah,
honorable.
it's more of like a nod.
Okay.
Definitely one of the first people I interacted with heavy. We disconnected because, and what a lot of people don't realize is that this rap shit is a business. This music shit is a business.
I see.
And if you don't do anything to take it beyond business, like Odwin, X, Louis, like I work with them a lot, but they're also you guys are also my friends.
Yeah.
It's past the fourth wall. Like it's not just music no more. You guys past that. Like we're homeboys. Like and like that's what keeps people around to me, because business is business. I do my business with you and I'm gone. And that nigga did nothing but keep it business. All he wanted was, to give and then expect back. Like as homeboys, Odwin can repost my shit. He's not gonna ask me for a repost back.
Right. I see.
Or like Jaquel can repost my shit. I want like he wants for a repost back. But if I fuck with one of his songs heavy, he'll know because I'll repost that shit. I'm not with that whole like, oh, if you support me, like I gotta support you back. There's a difference between being my friend and like a business partner and then being just a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just wanted to touch on that real quick. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we would keep it moving. But I mean, I guess my 2 cents. I don't necessarily personally have something against the guy. I mean, I'm neutral to him. He's definitely putting out music, but it is unfortunate in general. I'll say, to when stuff like that is miscommunicated, and that's something that we see a lot in the community. I guess like all this drama and whatnot. Quote unquote beef.
Seriously.
It's honestly just because, like, there's some sort of misunderstanding. Like, it's never that serious over here, But I mean, you're in greener pastures now. Like, you get the luxury of not necessarily having to care.
Yeah, I decided to like distance myself from that shit because even though I met a lot of cool people and like I still talk to a lot of these people, I think the community itself is a gimmick. I think that it's a bunch of hands behind people's backs, and a lot of like, how do I say this? It's like a lot of like hidden meanings, a lot of people want, it's like, it's not real like camaraderie, so to speak.
Right.
People just want what they want from other people, and that's really it. And like,
sure,
it's a bad environment to grow in. I'll never disrespect it to the fullest because that's where I started.
Right.
But that's a box that I refuse to keep myself in. And like, even though I know like I met hella people, like that's my family, like so many people that I've met that have got me through life and that have taken me to where I am right now. We're from that community, but it's like high school, like
very much.
If you don't have the grit or the talent or the motivation to push yourself out of that box and then grow on your own, you're just be stuck in that same shit for the rest of your damn life.
No, you're right.
And I had to make an executive decision. I still kept in contact with everyone that I needed to, and everyone that wanted to, and I still try to get my 2 cents in here and there.
When do you think this decision went full force? Because if I were to, I guess, erroneously guess, I can see you being most in touch with like that project, your Miramar joint, right? But I don't know, like, was it progressive or was there like an album or project, whatever, that you were like, no, really, like I'm literally not doing it for a community, like it's just Louis and I, or I'm just like,
Trouble in Paradise 2.
Okay.
It was definitely like the full set-in of that. Me and Louis sat down like usual. We have like late night conversations, talk business, talk people. That's my right hand man. Got to keep him close.
Right.
Dig. So like, and we both agreed. The community's not offering us anything that we haven't already obtained already. We've passed everybody else. Not totally number wise, but like, came from nothing, man, and then I became one of the golden childs, like one of the golden children of the community. Everybody's still rooting for me. Everybody's still rooting for us, but like, I feel like we have bigger things to chase right now. We've done what we could at that stage, and we just need to kind of find our next pasture to thrive in.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, like you were saying, you're very much the person that people root for, and in a way, like, I mean, I know people have had groups and artists have been big before within the community, but you might be on track to be probably like the closest to like the biggest face for the community, because like, I mean, I might be mad ignorant right now, but like no one really comes to mind that like is really this in this many Venn diagrams of like demographics, like soon, like if we start projecting Pete now, like with your ties to Shofu, and even if you start making like some of your own stuff, you may very well be involved in this community thing. And of course, I know it's cringe, but whatever. Like the otaku like nerd stuff, like because you might mention it here and there, and then
Yeah.
also like with the shofu stuff, like the Pokemon scene, but that might branch into even just like gaming and like the YouTube scene, which is different. Like even like the Smash scene, which comes with its own thing, like. And like SoundCloud rap is a thing, and like you're in Florida, you know, like
I got a lot of shit lined up for me, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely on some pay to win shit right now. That's for damn sure.
yeah. So I guess so we don't keep going on forever. I mean, I know you and
How long
I.
are you trying to?
You said what?
How long are you trying to make this?
No. I'm gonna wrap it up. That's why I say that. I mean, because I know you and I could talk forever, but I mean, for the
for
sake
sure.
of the upload.
Yeah, I don't know how many SoundCloud minutes you got, boy.
Nah, I pay. I got money on like some canvases over here. Don't choke on your vape.
I almost did. Oh fuck.
What is, I guess, 1 to 2 like your biggest goal with Tip 3? Like, what is what you really want to get out of it the most? Because I know it's on the way.
I want this to be the defining moment for me and Isaiah. Dropping government names because it's serious now. I want this to be the defining moment for the both of us, and I want to see us not to struggle anymore because it's very hard for both of us.
Yeah.
You know,
With Louis'
if it's
laptop
not
and then
me
you
eating air
Yeah.
for dinner, then it's Louis hitting my line saying, "Yo, Peso, can you PayPal me a few bucks? Like, I can't Uber home. Like, I can't make it home from work. Like, shit is tough." And like one of the main reasons why Tip 3 hasn't been worked on as much
Because of that, yeah.
is because Louis couldn't afford internet for a while. He didn't have internet in his crib. So like even if he was making beats for me, there was no way that I'd be able to receive them.
Yeah.
So, you know, financial obligations and like the overall struggle of just life for both of us really put a hold on that shit. Like I get that I kind of talked way too much shit about it coming a lot sooner than it was supposed to be, but
Because it probably felt like it was soon. You just don't know. You can't plan for these things.
But then all that shit happened. Louis' computer broke. God bless Shofu for helping us. He definitely topped off the donation pool that we were to get Louis a new PC,
Right.
And you know, get him back and running. But like all that shit started happening. I had to transition into college, which I'm transitioning out of already, because I have other plans with life.
Swag.
But yeah, you feel me. But yeah, I want this to be the defining moment for the both of us, to open the door for us, no odd one, and really get us like the foot in the door. Like we're here. Like what's up, Trippy Red? Like you know,
Okay.
What's up, Pump? Like we're here. Like we've been here. Look at us. It's time. We're about to fuck shit up.
Right.
Like, you know, and like I definitely feel like if I sit back and I focus and Louis sits back and he focuses, we can make that happen. Because Tip 2 did amazing.
Right.
I would have never thought that I would get numbers like that holistically for a whole mixtape ever. Tip 2 did amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of it was fucking around. And if Tip 2 was fucking around, the Lord knows that if we sit back and we really plan shit for Tip 3, it can be a... Oh, excuse me, I almost died. It can be a masterpiece.
You know,
So-
yeah, that's the craziest thing that I think it's so plausible. If you look at all of the tips exponentially,
Pause.
like, you know, you're going from like your 10Ks to your 40Ks to, I mean, dude, like it's not unheard of. Like, you might be hitting your 100Ks soon, you know?
Yeah.
And not that that's the
I
ceiling,
mean, if
but
you really want to factor it in, the Like Red remix on Shofu's YouTube channel. That's the first song I've ever been on that's hit 100K.
True. That's true.
A song that I'm on is start on iTunes. We're hitting 300,000 plus in Spotify streams for Trap Catchin'. Like,
That's what's up.
you know, and a lot of my songs are the top played ones. You know, it's like, it's just more and more opportunities and more reasons to keep pushing at what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
And I guess it helps. I got a lot of people with clout on my side, but like I don't see it like that. Like that's just my team. We're stacked and we're ready to fuck shit up. Like,
Yeah,
got a lot of shit on the way, man. And like, I've been really practicing honing my craft because I really feel like if we make the right moves at the right time, 2018 will be the year.
Nah, man. I mean, I see you working here. It goes down in the service all the time. You're close to your fans, and you're even closer with the fam/team you have. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's anyone, I definitely believe it'd be you.
Yeah, man. I take this Discord as an example.
Yeah.
I kind of just put the link out there because like I wanted to interact with my fans, but like a lot of people are in here.
Yeah.
It kind of blew my mind how many people. And like I have like Matt's here, Natsu's here, Arzen's here, Ottowan's here, Beaster's here, Shofu's here, fucking you're here, a bunch of producers from the community are here. You got like Javon, fucking Uber Beats,
Right.
Bass Gucci, dude, like hella internet users here. Like it's just like fucking there's hella people in here, and like that just shows how far my reach has extended. Like there's so many people in here, from fans to people that have way more clout than me. Like just everybody just here. Like I feel like I'm really building this my own community revolving around my music, and
Yeah.
we're turning it into quite the powerhouse over here. And niggas gonna have to start watching out. 'Cause we got some shit on the way. Ain't nobody ready.
Well, I guess you guys heard it here first, folks. 2018 is gonna be a lot of cash, a lot of moolah, a lot of peso.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool. I mean, I guess that's it for the little podcast. I'm trying to do more of these. Obviously, follow the Team Future page. I'm doing music, but of course, Pete is over here, always doing music. Mad singles. Go ahead. Oh, whoa, yeah, okay.
You're okay.
Hey. He's constantly putting music. Shout out to Ski Mask. And it's usually gonna wreck your subwoofer, so definitely check him out all the time. I'm sure.
Yeah, we almost broke Jaquel's headphones like a few days ago, but that's a different story. It's a different story.
I'm sure I'm having.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Always.
In like this like imaginary like I'm like imagining like a no jumper setup.
Yes. We're at a table right now. I mean, you and I are probably one of the few that are actually out here using government names and using our real faces for stuff. So,
I had to.
Yeah, no.
People need to see there's a face behind this canvas.
I'm too me to not. But yeah, what do I say to end this? I don't know. See you next time. Okay, Team Future, we're out.
Now I'm back up on my grind like a skateboard. Let your wings fly high, now it's time to soar. Mary Jane got me high, Chief and Bulbasaur.
Fool it, cool it, 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 fool it, cool it.